In last video, we have discussed about the pre-sales costing process. We defined till film layer bill of material detail. Now we have created the inquiry item also, respective bill of material detail. All layer which we have defined, user can see all details here in line.
As mentioned in previous video, we're discussing about defining the bill of material data for layer here in line. As you can see here in screen, all details will be saved here in line and can be amended according to user need. After user filling up all the data, he can see the detail of bill of material here in line. Of Other Details tab. Here, user can see details like category, bill of material number, GSM, density, roll width, etc.
Now we move ahead, and in this video we will discuss about the printing process. Now we define information for printing. User can define the layer in which user want to print. Here we are selecting A. Once we select A layer for print, system will generate two lines, that is for inside and outside surface, to define the information for printing. So user can also select in which surface user wants to print. We are going to outside surface.
User can easily select the layer he wants to print by just click on the checkbox. Here we are going for outside layer. We will click on outside checkbox. Now we fill in the number of color we wanted for printing process here. We select for color and we click on ink detail button, and it will take us to corresponding page where we will fill the details of ink.
Now, if ink is available, user can select from drop-down list and also number of colors needed for this item. If ink is not available, user can create inquiry item for ink. Here, we select item if item is available and select from the drop-down option. We are creating inquiry item, so we select attributes in type section and ink in category. Next, we are defining Anilox. Once we define the Anilox, system will define ink GSM per Anilox. We are also defining the percentage of ink coverage percentage for each ink. Next, we need to define ink color from drop-down list. After defining, system will auto-calculate the dry GSM and ink cost per kg. Also, calculate the requirement of ink and total cost of ink. Now, once we finish defining ink detail, now we define plate detail. For this, we need to define vendor first, because for plate, user must know the reference and detail about vendor from where he is getting the printing plate. After that, we have to fill in plate detail. We need to click on plate detail. System will take us to next interface where we can define the plate detail information. Here, user has two options like before. Either user can select the purchase item or user can select the attribute and create inquiry plate item. Here, user can fill all the details regarding printing plate like width, sleeve size, around, stagger, across come from inquiry item. Plate width will be calculated by the system in mm and inches both. Also, cylinder size will be calculated by the system. For second and third plate, we will fill all information. Once we fill all information, we can see all the details about the plate in here. Now we move to the lamination details. We have already defined 3 layers while creating the inquiry item, so system is showing 3 layers here, A, B, and C, and also showing the direction and WIP and end product. Here, A laminated with B, so AB is WIP item, and again it will be laminated with C, and end product will be CAB. If user wants to add any assembly item in process of lamination, he can select it or he can make inquiry item for that too. User just have to click on Bill of Material button and it will take you to corresponding page. User fill all data accordingly and it will saved for pre-sale costing in your system. We have added procedure to make inquiry item which will calculate your pre-sale costing even if you don't have item available. Moving ahead, if user want to define the core for each details, user can click on core detail and system will take you to new page, and here user can define the core in which item will rewind. For each process, user can define the core. Here we are defining core for the printing process and for lamination, and at last for slitting. If customer have added some suggestions or extra information, we can put those information here in additional attribute info. If user want to add other cost, user can fill it here, like freight charge, etc. System will give you provision whether you want to add this to cost or not. Here, System will give you Price Summary, in which System will show you material cost and process cost. User have to click on Calculate Material Summary. Then we click on Calculate Price. System will calculate the price for different processes.
As you can see in the screen, System will calculate all cost and it will give you breakup cost of all processes we will do to create this item.
In Total Cost tab, System will give you the total cost and user needs to fill profit margin percentage. System will add this profit margin percentage to total cost and give you total cost. Let's take an instance where user wants to add 30% of profit margin. So in profit margin field, he will enter 30 and click on Calculate button, and System will add 30% of margin in pre-sale costing and give you new figure where profit margin is added. Now user know that how much price he needs to quote if he wants to make profit margin of 30%. Also, System will give user required weight calculations according to the batch quantity we have defined earlier. As you can see here, System will tell you how much BOM user needs according to the batch quantity, with details. Here, we are giving you one more feature to add picture of item for reference, and user can add different picture for different process, and people at the shop floor can also see these images and take reference. As you can see, we have given preference to add picture from each process, whether it is film picture, lamination picture, printing picture, etc. People of shop floor also can see these picture, and this section not only give you picture reference, but also the attributes associated with those picture. Like if we talk about film, it will show film width, film density, material, thickness, etc. So it will be easy for people who are working in shop floor and eliminate the confusion or error. With this, we have completed the pre-sales costing process in our Samadhan ERP software for flexible packaging. Thank you.